What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome back to another 130 draft challenge where today we are going to once again try and crack the code for the 130. It's surely got to be coming soon, and let's start with that callum forward. If it doesn't come reasonably soon, we will start doing maybe 8 drafts a video or bring, you know, some of the higher rated, some of the wheel content back to get more drafts. And I think in any case, oh, give me that Sammy Eto'o, baby, let's go. In any case, we'll do a like 50 draft stint at some point this week, maybe leading up for Friday. However, for today, guys, if you're enjoying the content here on the channel and you wouldn't mind dropping a thumbs up, it will be very much appreciated. Feel free to subscribe if you are new. We get la bonta for our centre mid spot. We can get a big player here now. Go with that 98 Eto'o, we might have a chance. Okay, Declan Rice isn't bad. Now, yesterday, got to talk about it because it's the top comment by far. Not something I want to keep having to do, as always, but since it's the top comment by far, we're going to have to talk about it. The top comment is from Cardius Tony Lover. Great name. Holy cow, taking Basher over Allison in the second draft was so infuriating. I just want to point out that they were both 93 rated, right? Did exactly the opposite he was discussing, exactly the opposite of what he was discussing in that moment. And what I was discussing in that moment was still being able to get a good draft with a poor keeper, or like an 89 or 90, 91 rated keeper. My goalkeepers at the time were a 91 rated Icon Angers and a 92 rated Team of the Season Pazvir. In that moment, a 93 Allison was the worst choice out of Allison and Basher because the Team of the Season goalkeeper and the Icon goalkeeper are only 1 or 2 ratings lower and way better for chemistry. Alternatively, or not even alternatively, on top of that, Allison has got a 98 rated card, right? If I had taken Allison over Basher, do you know what people would have said? Do you know what that top comment would have been? Holy cow, taking Allison over Basher was so infuriating because Allison's got a 98 rated. You'll never get a 130 if you keep taking the lower rated versions of cards. It's not that deep to get infuriated over a choice of a draft that I went and looked at the end of the draft too. Even if I had Salma Basher was a 93 rated on the bench. Even had I taken, ooh, there we go, good card. Even had I taken Allison, it was a 128 at best, and he wouldn't have been in the starting 11. It wasn't a decision that mattered, and this is what I mean. Like what I was talking about like yesterday a little bit and stuff as well. When we get the 130, it will be by blind dumb luck. It won't be made off of a decision of, oh, did I take Allison in that moment or did I take 93 Salma Basher in that moment? It's just meaningless. It's just meaningless. It's not enjoyable, I suppose, that it is meaningless. Because we don't want that to be the case, obviously, right? We want things to be meaningful. We want our decisions to matter. We want what choices come up from these player picks. We want them to be impactful. They just aren't. They just aren't. Not really. Not really. You know, there's the odd decision here or there that is so nuanced that, yes, you can actually come back out of something and be like, holy moly, that was the right play. But for the most part, guys, for the most part, I wish it mattered, but it doesn't. And it's one of the things where I think actually draft is crying out for a bit of an update again, because it used to matter. Like, decisions genuinely used to matter back in the old chemistry system, and I never thought I'd see the day where I was willing for it to come back. But back in the old chemistry system, your choices made a difference as to how you could put the highest rated draft together with the top chemistry. Now, I mean, look at this draft, man. I mean, it's just everyone's a chemistry booster apart from Fox. Everybody else gives bonus chemistry. And so the actual thought process of, oh, who should I take, has gone. And in a moment like Basher versus Allison, it was irrelevant. It just was irrelevant. Neither of those players were going to help. We already had a 91 and a 92 goalkeeper. Having a 93 goalkeeper wasn't going to make a difference, especially when the bench was just full of like absolute trash in that draft. We've got to let those little ones go. pick me up on the big choice, the big inconsistencies, those big errors. Pick me up on the ones where it's like, oh my God, he actually did this, when if he did this, it would have made a big difference. Don't pick me up on the things that make no difference. Come on, man. Let's get into attempt number 2. If you want to use the best players in FC25, there's only one sure way to get them. U7buy.com gives some of the best prices around for you to buy Ultimate Team coins. It's fast, safe, and reliable, and if you use code NEP at checkout, you will get 8% off their prices. So check the link in the description. All right, guys, as we get into the second draft here, Big Head PG says, unsure what you're standing on as it's off camera. Literally just the floor, actually. But a huge help for me when I got my movable desk was getting an anti-fatigue mat to stand on. It helped with both back pain and foot pain for me. That's interesting. And allowed me to stand longer, build those posture muscles more quickly. Build those posture muscles more quickly. And again, I'm not sure if you have one of those, but certainly would help if not. So I actually do have a standing mat. It's just like a soft rubber mat. But it feels... Why has Dern got put there? He's got cam and striker, EA. But it feels like... I don't know, it feels worse on my feet. Let's go, Hezerberg. Yeah, it just felt a bit worse on my feet. So I ended up taking it off. I actually was wearing shoes yesterday, which was a lot more comfortable. Let's go, Stoichkov. I like this draft right now, guys, because Stoichy has got DM. Dern's got cam. Not that I hope he's in there. And Hezerberg also has cam. So it's quite nice. A good comment from Jasper. Make a spin wheel where you put all of the methods of building a draft into, like, to decide how you will do draft each episode. Could be a fun element. I like that. And then B4MBI says, one of the comments the other day got me thinking, and seeing the reverse draft gave me an idea. Do the reverse draft again, but keep all your highest rated cards on the reserves until you pick the whole team, keeping your rating as low as you can, and can make EA offer high rated cards. Yeah, so, like, sadly, that is a one that we've tried so many times, when, like, people quite regularly come through that maybe don't watch, like, every single draft video, or, you know, maybe watch them here and there where they just see them presented to them from YouTube. Let's go, Zico. And it's one that gets suggested a lot, and every time we do it, it makes absolutely zero difference, unfortunately. However, this draft, we're cooking a little bit here. 397s and 96, and almost everybody has multiple positional options, which is really, really good. But when we do get the bench and reserves, and we also get a 96 SAR. Now, if we can get a big back line here, we could be in... Never mind. Still got to get some big players here, haven't we? That's not bad. That's not bad. McKeown gets full chem thanks to Flint. So does Reagan. We'll take McKeown. Would really use a super left back here. That is incredible. That is incredible, because this back line is struggling. You know, a 94, a 92 rated player that won't even be in the team, and a 77. Now we've got a 99 to go with all of the other good players. And it's a 95 rated draft with 3, 4, maybe 5 with Stansfield easily upgradable players. Easily upgradable players. Now we're going to take the reserves. I don't know why, it just feels like the right thing to do in the moment. We get Joao Cancelo. He is so perfect. He upgrades the team, but more importantly, he takes a position that we desperately needed, which is quite nice. Now we're going to take Lorient. He doesn't get onto the team. I do need a centre-back. I do need a goalkeeper. I've got a centre-back now, because Greenwood can go in there, and Serginho Dest goes at left-back. And the draft rating is 95. We've got 2 decent players on the reserves for the bench, but we do still need some high rated players now. Mayenda on the bench, bruh. Or the reserves. And Xavi Simons doesn't get on there either. So, not impossible from this point onwards, guys, but we need a big bench. And it needs to start with a big goalkeeper. Not the best. Certainly not the worst. But not the best. That's better. 96 Kasparij. She goes in over Joao Cancelo. That's good. That's a nice upgrade. Good for the chemistry there as well. We get 91 Ricardo Carvalho. He doesn't upgrade the starting 11. I mean, the starting 11 is pretty good. Other than the goalkeeper and 1 striker, which we can now fix the striker situation as well. That's another upgrade on the team. Dare I say it, guys, the bench is going to be what lets us down again. We've got 99s in the team. We've got multiple 97s. Okay, we don't have any 98s. We still don't have any 98s because we've got another 99 to go into the team. And in Pele will go. Now we're just a Premier League. Nah, see, I'm 2 Premier League links away. So I'm going to do that. I'm actually going to put Enzo back in because we'll need an Argentinian manager to give him full chemistry, which isn't too bad. And then this last pick, unfortunately, is just 88 Kessler. I mean, we're going to start with a 129 here. And, well, I say start. This is a second draft already. But it is once again, guys, once again, absolutely ruined by the bench. The starting 11, maybe keeper excluded, is good enough. It's good enough for the 130. It's that bench and reserves that have let us down once again. Can we get the Argentine manager? Yes, we can. We have got ourselves a 129 in draft number 2. Let's get into attempt number 3. All right, guys, as we go into attempt number 3, Jacko says, I think a good video idea towards the end of the year would be all your successful draft challenges, like when you got the 126, 127, etc. Yeah, I like that. I like that. That's a good one. And Daniel says, I like the reverse draft. I'm going to take the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. I really like this formation. But it feels less exciting as you don't know if you're even close to the 130 until your last couple of picks, as the starting 11 makes up most of the team rating. Doesn't that actually make it more exciting? At least that's my perception of it, because, ooh, Salma Paraluelo. Because you don't know until right at the end. And it's like, if you manage to come through and it's like a 130, that's exciting. I suppose I also see the other perspective of, damn, do we want Jed Spence or Mary Earps? Spencer's only got right back. Earps has got Cam and striker. Paraluelo is going to be the striker. Diani only has Cam. I think I'm going to take Spence here. Start building into that back line now. Yeah, I don't know. I think both ways can be exciting depending on kind of where we are in the draft. Kamchuk there. Right, what I'm going to start doing now is taking the positions of the quality players that we've got and building them in to then see where we're at. So we get a 93 Vialli. He's going to come off for Paraluelo. Striker number 2. We're going to take 94 Gareth Bale, and he's going to come off for Kamchuk. No, he's not. He's going to stay there for now. Kamchuk's going to go in at centre mid, depending on what we get here. Yeah, so we get Sheridan 95. Kamchuk goes into Cam. Chuk are in there. Kamchuk into the Kamchuk spot. We'll take a right back for Jed Spence. We get ourselves Nelson Semedo, superb. And then we'll take the centre mid for Sheridan. We get 92 Clinton. So Sheridan gets the nod into the team there. So the reserves is all right, actually. Nothing crazy. Spence and Vialli are decent. The starting 11's looking really quite nice. Gareth Bale would be a fun one to improve upon. We'll take Zubi Dooby Doo. Where are you? Can I get a 99 rated Greenwood left back again, please? No, but I do get you Doggy 96. And that's really nice because now we can put Jed Spence in there and get that team synergy with you Doggy. We get Ampadu from Leeds. And then 96 Shalabat to go in that back line. All right, other than the DM and the centre-back, the first 11 is very good. The first 11 is incredibly good. Look at that as a selection. 99 Hampton goes in there. It is 95 rated with 31 chemistry. 2 easily upgradable players with Zubamendi and Ampadu. And Gareth Bale's also reasonably easy to upgrade, which is nice. Obviously, we can't get a better goalkeeper than Hampton, but we need a better centre-back. So we're going to take 96 Swanson. He's not a better centre-back, but it's a good player to have on the bench. We've got 2 more centre-back opportunities. This is one of them, and the last pick is one of them as well. We don't get a better centre-back, but we do get 96 Phil Foden to improve that CDM spot. That is going to enable us, actually, to... it's a 96 squad now with a common. That's going to enable us to maybe get a CDM that's got centre-back. Oh, and Padu, don't let me down, baby. Let's take the goalkeeper. Let's take the goalkeeper. Let's get this this position sorted. Beautiful. Guys, this is on. This is on. It's 96 rated. We've got an alright set of players on the reserves to bring onto the bench. The midfield, I mean, we could certainly upgrade it, but it is that centre-back spot on that last option that is going to be the one. Now, if we get anybody that can drop into that CB spot, we're going to have to take them. In the meantime, Vialli goes on there. We're still 96 rated. We're still 96 rated. Here's a potential upgrade for the Gareth Bale striker card. No chance. We get hard up. She can swap with Clinton. We're no longer 96 rated. We need some big players here. And we're not getting them. Dagheim goes onto the bench. And this last slot kind of needs to be a centre-back even for a 1-2-9 now. And it's not. And it's not. That's really unfortunate. That's really unfortunate because once again, the bench has let us down and Ampadu has let us down. If Ampadu was like a big 90-some-odd player, we'd be a 96 rated complaining only about the bench. However, that draft, I like the way that draft was built. That was an interesting one. Kept it fun and interesting right till the end. But let's get into attempt number 4. Into the 4th attempt. Now, again, the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow presented us with a super draft again. I know it was only like, you know, 1-2-8 technically. I like the idea of it's different. It's interesting, isn't it? Because on the one hand, I like the idea of doing the reserves first, getting some big players and being able to kind of like cherry pick where we go onto the first 11 to be able to like really help develop the draft in a fun way. But also on the other hand, leaving the reserves till last gives that opportunity of filling in a position that we might be desperately lacking. Like, for example, and I can't remember if there was or not, but if there was a good centre-back in the reserves last time that I passed up on for like the 95 Sheridan or something. Wait, has she even got centre-back? She might have had centre-back, to be fair. Then I'll be sitting here being like, oh, let me not take Sheridan. Ooh, and instead take like the 92 centre-back or something. It wouldn't have mattered, again, in the grand scheme of things. Let's go Ella Toon. So let's take the centre-mid now for Hans Vanaken. I'll take that Enzo Fernandes. He's got DM. So we can take the DM now as well. So we can put Vanaken in at centre-mid. We get Park Ji-sung. Oh, that's a CM, not a DM. We're not in a 4-1-2-1-2 narrow anymore. So Vanaken could just go in right there. That is a cracking start once again. Now we've got to upgrade. Like, the left back's going to be a problem position, isn't it? Because we're going to have loads of quality left backs. Yes, we are. We get Salma Basha, 97. We've also got Rees, 97, and Jordi Alba, 95. We've got Sensei, who can go up at striker if we don't get a good striker here. We get a 94 Pushkas. That's not bad. And then Sensei can go into this striker spot if we don't get a good striker here. I'm not going to take Mbappe. I'm going to take Al-Jaber. And now we've got this back line to kind of figure out. We're going to need at least one big striker, maybe two. We get 97 Jules Koundé. That is fantastic because obviously he's got centre-back as well. We get Vlahovic or Renard. We're going to take Vlahovic just because of the chemistry. I actually think Renard probably would have got full chem thanks to Basha anyway. And then, yeah, we're going to take Virgilius there. Now then. The backline needs a little bit of work. The goalkeeper slot needs a lot of work. The strikers, we need to upgrade. The midfield is good. The backline needs ideally two, but one player would be good. But this goalkeeper slot is imperative. Oh, yes. 99 Hampton goes in. That is fantastic. Let's pop Jean-Arne Riza onto the bench. It's a 96 rated, guys. And we can still upgrade Van Dijk, Vlahovic potentially, Vanaken potentially, Al-Jaber and Pushkas almost definitely. EA, give me another big defender here. Lovely. 97 Thuram. Goes in over Van Dijk. Gives us that full chem. Van Dijk off the bench. Nope. That's not... I don't want Miranda on there. Thank you very much. Still not a 97. We've still got a lot of work to do. And it is those two attackers, guys, that are massively, massively letting us down. We get Jesus Navath. That's right. Cultured. I'm cultured. I got the names correct. Still a 96 rated draft, which means there's still a chance with 4 picks to go. It's still a 96 rated draft, which actually, like, the fact that we put 2 lower rated players, or, like, you know, we've, like, brought the rating down, 92 under a 96 and 90 under a 96, and it's still 96, shows how close this is to a 97. So we get Montiel. We're going to take, oh, see, this is where it gets tricky, isn't it? We're going to take Roberto Baggio. No, see, like, Del Piero upgrades the actual team, but a 92 striker is not going to cut it. So we're going to put Baggio on there. It's still 96 rated. We get 96 Fernandez. He can go in over Vanaken. And then the last pick here, it needs to be a 99 striker for this to have a chance. It's a 93 Gomez. Guys, I'll tell you something, man. That is probably the closest we've ever been. And the reason why I say that is because at no point when putting those subs on the bench did this drop to a 95 rated, and yet every single substitute was lower than the 96 threshold. Which means I don't think it's the bench this time that has screwed us. Even though the bench isn't stellar, I don't think it's the bench that screwed us. I think it's these 2 strikers. I think if we had, you know, 95s and above, maybe 96s and above here, I think we've got it. But it's not there for today, guys. And so let's go and get into attempt number 5. I was just reading down some more of the comments, guys. And the guy who's got the top comment, obviously trying to rage bait now. Now I understand a little bit more. Where it was said, holy cow, taking Basher over Alisson in the second draft was so infuriating. He posted another comment somewhere down that says, Nep wants us to comment, but he's blocked like 3 people I know from commenting. I have blocked almost nobody on the draft channel. I read the comments, I move on. If there's a toxic comment, maybe I read it out, maybe I don't. Maybe I ignore it. But I almost never block people on the draft channel. Almost never. So if you personally know 3 people that have been blocked, either you and your friends are just toxic EOSs, or you're lying again for attention. And so you will be somebody that is going to be blocked from commenting, because we're just not about that life here, man. Go over to X, man. Like, you know, go over to like Reddit or something to get your fix of rage baiting, man. It's not what we're about here. It's not what we want to do. It's not what we like. Anyway, let's get into this 5th draft. And let's see what we can get off the bench this time. We get a 94 Xavi. Nothing too crazy. We get 96 Pele. Now, his 99 does pop a reasonable amount, but I don't mind taking a 96 rated, to be fair. Especially when the rest of these picks have been this bad. We do get 95 Carvajal. Right, so to start again, using the reserves as the best options, we get Catarina Amado. She can go at left back. So we'll take left back here. Greenwood 99 would be ideal right now. No, we get Alexia Fernandez. So we'll swap those over. We'll swap Danny Carvajal into that spot there. We have got a 94 rated centre mid Xavi to put into the starting 11. And he will go into the starting 11. And then we've got a 96 Pele to come in at cam. Maybe not. Stoichkov goes in there. So we've got a 96 Pele to go in at striker. Yes, and that will be the... Oh, maybe I shouldn't have taken Griezmann, actually. He's got that 98 that does pop quite regularly. Although, he's got cam as well. Might have been better to try and wait for Griezmann. But on a draft like this, I don't think it's going to be anywhere close. You know, the last 2 drafts, kind of like doing it in this this manner, have actually led us to chances of 130s. You know, on that one draft, it was that big the centre back that was a big miss, as we get 98 John Stones in there, and in the last draft, it was those 2 strikers that were a big miss. this time around. I mean, this is a 95 rated draft, actually, with easily upgradable opportunities here. Easily upgradable. Big goalkeeper would be a good start. We get Celentano. Could easily upgrade 1 or 2 defenders. We get Pickett 89, doesn't upgrade us whatsoever. And then we get Murillo or Colwill. Colwill's got left back. I think Colwill's going to be the play here, actually. Maybe... Yeah, Colwill's going to be the play. Murillo works as well. But Colwill can just go into that left back spot. Carvajal's got all the chemistry anyway. We get 97 Essien. That was much needed for this team, to be fair. It was much needed. But we're down to a 94 rated now, unfortunately. Yeah, we're gonna get we're gonna get a stinky draft here, guys. This might be a 127. Shaqiri can go up in that cam spot. I mean, the starting 11, would you believe, is decent. Again, I know it's not like anywhere near high enough rated. The starting 11, we're missing out like the 99s and such. But this bench, once again, guys, is so unflattering that it is literally a 127 with that as the first 11. That probably concludes that that's one of the worst benches we have ever had. Anyway, let's get into attempt number 6. All right, guys, as we go into the last draft for today, the first comment, not the top comment, the first comment from yesterday's video was from Andreas. He says, "Hey, Nep, it's my birthday today. I turned 23. Happy birthday." I know this is yesterday now for your birthday, but happy birthday for yesterday, Andreas. Thank you for making my teenage years better. I will watch you even at 83. Much love, brother. Well, thank you very much, man. Thank you very much. Hopefully, I'm still here doing this, big chilling, playing FC 65. You know, hopefully. We are starting today with 90. Well, we're ending today by starting with 97 Voller. I'm going to do this reserve thing again. I'm actually enjoying the way I'm able to kind of like build the drafts through like this. What a selection, guys. We've hit a 97 striker from our captaincy. We've got a selection of absolutely elite players. Is this the one where they just give it to me? It would be so nice if that was the case. We've already got 2 of our defenders covered off from the reserves now. I'm going to take that Hamsik. Not ideal. Not ideal. Come on. Pick it back up again, EA. Ooh, do I want Grimaldo or Batterina? I think I'm going to take Batterina because he's got cam and centre mid. So many good left backs, and Grimaldo doesn't have perfect chemistry. And then we'll take player who can go at right back. So to start with, let's get our right back sorted out. And we'll take Neufville, and he can come off for player. Then we're going to get our centre back sorted out because we've got Carlos Alberto 98 that can go in there. And so he will go in there. Then we're going to get some cams and centre mid sorted out to get Batterina and Hamsik sorted. Ooh, 98 Jamal Musiala. We're looking good, guys. We're looking good. Some 99s, please. 91 Del Piero. He can come off for Batterina for now. Oh, this first 11 is looking good. It's looking good. Looking way worse. Way worse. Del Piero. I don't want 91s in the starting 11. EA, really? Get 92 heaps. Not ideal taking her because she's got the 97 rated card as well. But that midfield has been destroyed, unfortunately. Been absolutely destroyed. If we get a good back line here, though, which we are, Yon Arisa, if we get a good centre-back goalkeeper here, we could still be in for a good spot, actually, because we wouldn't need much to organise the front 6. Okay, Bardacci is okay as well. One more icon now. Hampton would be ideal here. No, we get Nandozi. 95 rated. Unfortunately, the reserves aren't great. You know, Carvajal is the only one realistically that would be good on the bench. 95 rated. I'm going to need a big goalkeeper here. Okay, we get Peter Crouch. It is an upgrade. We lose some chemistry in the short term because Heaps loses all that chemistry, but that's okay. That is our one reserve opportunity. I now need 5 smashers from these last 5 picks. There is smasher number 1. 97 Thuram. 97 Thuram. Goes in. I need a 99 or two, honestly. But this has got a chance. We get 96 Endrick or Hernandez. We're going to take Endrick. It's going to be trouble for the chemistry in the short term again. But it's better for the draft. We got 3 to go. Bernardo Silva, not what we want. It will give us a bit more chemistry over heaps, but not what we want. Dompe, again, not ideal. And we're going to finish it off with 96 Cafu, who does help a lot. But unfortunately, doesn't even enable us to get a 1-2-9. That is a shame because that draft was trending well. The midfield, we needed a couple of upgrades there. The bench, again, is full of those low 90s. We just need those mid to high 90s, even on the bench and reserves, guys. And so for today, that is going to be the end of the video. If you did enjoy it, be sure to leave a like, rating, comment, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And for now, guys, I'm out. Peace.